welcome back. So I added a couple items, or actually 3 items in here: a motorcycle, a helicopter, and a jet. Gave them different keys in here. We could see if we run the in order, then the output will be in order of, as you can see here, starting out with the lowest key all the way up to the highest key value. Now, with the pre-order, on the other hand, we're starting out from root, going to left all the way, and then the right-hand side going all the way in. All right, so now we're ready to do what we call post-order. So for the post-order, we're going to have something very similar to what we did before. So system.out.println here, and we're going to do a post-order and do a /n here. We're going to add to that, okay, br1 dot post order. What that method doesn't exist yet. You can see here it will be in red. That's fine. And now our job is to implement the post order method. Okay. And again, just like the pre-order and in order, it's a matter when do we concatenate or make the string visible to go as an output. So let's go back to here. So that means the order in which we concatenate right here, right, is going to be important in terms of how the output is going to look. So in order, we could see here when we did it, we went left, then concatenated here, then went right. Here we concatenated first to the first item, which happens to be root, then we went left, then we went right, and then we outputted the whole thing. Okay, so for post order, let's start with the public method void, and this would be called post order. Okay, and this here simply will be very similar to what we've done before. So we'll return, and we start from root and post order, and we're going to put root here even though this method doesn't exist yet. This method, which means it's an overloaded method that takes a parameter here, as you can see here, an argument of type node. So now we're going to have to define that. So private, and the reason it's private again, it's because it's a supporting method. We're not going to be, oh, by the way, this shouldn't be void. This should be a string here. We're going to return a string here. So here will be post order. And this will take a data node type, and we're going to call it node. And we're simply going to return here a blank. So let's go back here, make sure that everything goes in order. Okay, perfect. Now, in here, just like we've done before, we're going to evaluate the node if it's not root or if it's empty, right? So we've done that. So let's, just like we've done before, and we're going to do this. If node is not equal to null, right? Else you will return an empty string, which means basically you had nothing in there. All right, so now we need a string called output again. So string output, but notice the order in which we're going to populate this string. We're going to go left first. Okay? All right. So how do we do this? Plus equal. And we're going to do, actually, we're going to make it equal to first, initialize it, to the post order. and supply it with node dot get left. After that, we're going to accumulate. So output plus equal, and we're going to go on the right. Post order node dot get right. Finally, we're simply going to accumulate with the space in between. So we're going to go ahead and do output plus equal. And this time, you want the node.toString plus whatever space you want between the fields. And do not forget to return output. And let's spell it properly here, output. Now, let's see how this behaves. We're going to go back to here. We have post order ready to go. Let's see if it works. And there you have it. Okay? So, what I want you to do at this stage, to go back to part 1, review what post order was supposed to be doing and see if it matches this particular result right here, ending up with root over here. So notice here we're starting at 12, then 21, then 30, then 65. Think of how this tree was structured when we inserted these items. And then think of what post order is doing exactly, what pre-order is doing exactly, what in order is doing exactly. Our next video will be about searching. So we're going to do a search method to find an item either based on a key, right? And or the actual element that's in there. Okay, I will see you then.